Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Hart. I'm the online editor with Labels and Labeling magazine. And today we have a double feature of special guests with us. So I'm so excited to talk to Arnie and Charlotte, and we are going to discuss their journey on our Young Manager series. So if you guys would like to introduce yourselves, we can get on started.
Excellent. My name is Charlotte. I am Commercial Director here at OPM Labels and Packaging Group in the UK.
And my name is Arnie, and I am the New Business Development Director here at OPM Labels and Packaging UK.
Amazing. And if we didn't make it clear already, you guys are related, not just co-workers. That is why we have you both together today.
We are indeed.
My first question is, how did you guys get into the labeling industry, and particularly at OPM? I'm assuming one joined first. What was that kind of process?
I'll let you take the lead on this one, Anne.
Well, I think our stories are quite similar, aren't they, Charlotte? I mean, I joined after Charlotte about 9 years ago now, and it was really started as a bit of a summer job, bit of a some attempt to have some extra pocket money as such, and just doing jobs like sweeping the car park, filing, answering the phones. And I was probably 18, 19 years old. Just really enjoyed being around the team and just kind of getting involved in the business day to day. I studied business studies at school, so I was interested in that anyway. And kind of about a year in, we had a conversation a bit in jest really with the family, and I mentioned about wanting to do some sales, stuff in the business. And my first experience of that was at a trade show in London. And I got given something to walk around the trade show with to attract attention to myself, which was fun, and I really enjoyed it. And then I fell, into sales that way, and then just kind of progressed through from there, really.
Yeah. And what about you, Charlotte?
Quite similar, in as much as I also started with the business as a kind of temporary thing, but on the shop floor. So through in our finishing department, and then was given the opportunity to kind of really get involved in the business and see where that might take me, that was through sort of external study, and then through joining each of the departments in the business until I kind of landed in our customer facing team. And then for the past, I joined in 2011, maybe 2010 actually, 11 years. And yeah, about 5-6 years ago, I took on managing our customer facing teams, so our customer service, studio and estimating teams. And from there, had an excellent experience and opportunity in gaining that knowledge, and having fun along the way.
Sounds like both of you guys we use the term like everyone seems to stumble into labels. Like you kind of just wanted some summer work, temporary work, and then drew you in, kept you, and you've worked your way up. Yeah,
that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah. I love seeing how people kind of stumble into these things. And everyone, like when we do these series, everyone always seems like, I'm so glad this happened. I wouldn't have expected this for myself, but it's been such a good journey.
Absolutely.
It's such an amazing industry, and there's a lot of good people in it as well. We've been fortunate to meet a lot of good people early on in our kind of careers and our lives. So it was just a natural progression, I think, to get into there, and just, like Charlotte said, a lot of fun, and just really enjoyed it on the way, really.
And speaking of people, you both are involved in the YPN, is that correct?
Yeah.
We are indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved in that, and what is your involvement in that?
So me and Charlotte went to a Young Managers meet probably 7-8 years ago, Charlotte, I think it was, 7 years ago.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
To Germany. Now OPM is a part of FINAT in terms of they're a member of FINAT. So Chris and Susan, the owners of the business, they're involved in FINAT, and we got involved in it from a Young Manager's point of view for a networking aspect, just to meet people, to kind of broaden our network and learn new ways of working, I suppose, and just speak to different people, meet different people, and get that experience of traveling and doing that at the same time, and just getting the whole industry kind of picture, if you like. So yeah, I mean that's been our kind of YPN journey, if you like. Obviously, it's changed names since then to YPN. That's been our kind of YPN journey from 7 or 8 years ago. Again, meeting a lot of good people, a lot of friends in the industry now, and I guess it's really interesting to see how different kind of cultures in different countries operate. Just in the UK, it's different to how the US would work, and again into Europe as well. So it was really, really good to kind of get involved in that.
Yeah, I think it's a really excellent kind of support and knowledge sharing network. As Arnie sort of alludes, we've met a lot of good people that we've been able to share ideas, share experiences, and our most recent involvement's been on the board of the YPN. So trying to help take the YPN forward, attract new individuals and new young talent into the forum as well.
So moving on towards kind of putting on our psychic hats and forecasting what you would see in the industry, are there any trends that you guys are keeping an eye on that you think this is going to be really big coming up?
I think for our industry, I think attracting young talent, making the industry a little bit more, it is exciting, but selling it as an exciting to young people.
Attractive younger people, yeah.
That's it, yeah. And just trying to get on board that young talent, trying to harness new skills, and really selling it as kind of at the forefront of, let's say, like Industry 4.0, driving through sustainability, which is extremely important in sort of society today. And I think packaging and labels especially, really sitting at the forefront of that. And I think the trend is going to be getting people on board who want to make a difference.
No, I think the second part of the answer from Charlotte, the whole sustainability aspect, I think is really, for me, working day to day with clients and brands, it's a major focus right now. Every single client, the first question is it recyclable? Is it sustainable? What are the green credentials? So I know you've got another kind of point, later in the interview where you ask about sustainability. I don't want to take it all away from that question, but it is such it's just such a massive part of what we're doing right now. And I can only see it getting more prevalent in the industry, how that kind of comes about and how suppliers of ours and how we operate and bring that is kind of taking shape now. But it's really exciting because there's some really interesting products out there, some fantastic projects which are kicking off, which again are really, really interesting. And yeah, I think a lot of it does stem around that kind of sustainability, and next generation working on those things is pretty cool.
So could you run me through some of OPM's sustainability options or initiatives, or what you guys are doing in that regard?
Yeah, so I think there's probably a two-part answer to this, and I think one of which is the product element, which is the materials we're looking at introducing with the sustainable flexible packaging, recyclable laminates, the post-consumer recycled involvement within laminates and labels. There's all sorts of different kind of weird and wonderful complexions that we're, constructions that we're trying to bring to the market. But I think it's really, really important, and I know Charlotte, has a big involvement in this, which is educating our customers as much as we can, because it's really easy to greenwash out there. There's a lot of it going on, and if that is kind of done too much, I think we can come to a situation where there's a lot of waste in the shops, in the industry, food waste, product waste. If the materials aren't right for the products inside them, then that's more detrimental to the environment than it is having plastic packaging, which is unrecyclable. And that's our stance on it, right? So we have to be really, really careful how we go about that. So yeah, we have a real big push in the company about bringing these materials to market, but we have just as big a focus on making sure that it's the right material, and we know what it's going to be having inside it, and we know it's going to work, or as much as we can do with testing and with, if you like, background work being done. And I suppose the second part of the answer is more towards the people, which, you know, Charlotte touched on there, which is bringing new talent in and really understanding that the next generation, or the younger generation, if you like, are the ones that are going to make a difference, and they've got the opportunity to do so, and helping them to understand that, because, like we're saying, it's difficult to get the younger generation into this industry for whatever reason. It just is, and we need to kind of get across the message that sustainability will go one way, and we need to be a part of affecting that change with new ideas, you know, fresh impetus, you know, enthusiasm around these projects. It's got to come from the next generation. So
yeah, absolutely. And I think, and that kind of stems from being a responsible supplier as much as investing in our people, arming ourselves with that knowledge, with that education, so that we can be a responsible supply partner, ultimately give our customers what it is that they require, which in turn will kind of serve the environment, if you like, but also give that opportunity and that investment in our team. They're all part of what we do, so that's really important in getting that message across, I think, for sustainability for the future, not just environmentally, but also in our kind of workforce and next generation as well.
Yeah, but it's a challenge because, you know, the goalposts are always changing, right? I mean, there's never really a target to hit. It's always a movable target, and I'm not sure what it's like in the US, Jordan, but in the UK especially, it's a very difficult minefield to kind of navigate, because there's always different rules and regulations, and, you know, they say that and they say that, and retailers have got one idea and then brands have the other idea. So it's a little bit of a challenge to kind of navigate around, really, which just makes it all the more interesting, should we say.
And I think the greenwashing that you mentioned is a huge part of that, where, you know, like with compostable materials, there's a big trend towards those. But if you look at that, and I can't speak to the UK, but in the US, most of those materials are only industrial compostable. And we have 4 total industrial composting facilities within the US, meaning it's not going to get composted. So it's like, well, now this is trash. And so, like you said, it's kind of that moving target of, this sounds really good, but in actuality, it's more harmful because of limited access. So it is that shifting kind of, okay, do we want to aim for that, or do we want to actually make something that's going to be better for the product and easily disposable of, even if that means it is just trash?
Yeah, I think that is such a good point. I mean, what we're trying to achieve is bringing some tangible data to our clients, and then for their marketing, because I think one of the biggest issues is, you know, the consumer understanding what it means to go from aluminium based to plastic based, for example, in a laminate. They wouldn't really know what that means and what that kind of means for the product, if it makes sense. So it's bringing tangible data. Like, I know that a lot of the material suppliers, I won't name names, but they are doing a brilliant job at kind of creating a life cycle document where it kind of shows you going from that to that will save you X amount of you know, energy units, for example, over the year, and it compares it then to what that means to a everyday person in the street, like street lamps or, you know, toilet flushes, for example. So bringing that tangible data you can kind of relate to on a day-to-day basis, I think, is what we're trying to achieve in some ways here as well. So yeah, it's a challenge, because the compostable is a prime example. We have the same in the UK. Every startup or new customer asks about compostable, and it's just how you navigate around that question.
Definitely a commitment from the supplier side to do those life cycle analysis, because it's a process, and I'm sure that it's not a necessarily cheap process, but I think it's a very worthwhile process when you can bring those hard data to see, like, okay, here's kind of why compostable is a bit of a scam. Here's some other options, and here's how this material is actually making a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
And I think also going into the young person element, we love sustainability. As fellow young people here, we all love sustainability, and we all want a safe and healthy planet to live on. And realizing that even within a print industry, within something that might not have the most sustainable association mentally, there is so much amazing sustainability work to be done. And if you can get people excited about that, specifically young people, that's huge. So despite being young people, you have been at your company for quite a while. So let's discuss on a happy note. What is your favorite part of your job if you guys have stuck around after stumbling into it?
I think for me, every day is different. No 2 days are the same. It's wonderful to work with different brands, different clients, different sort of wish lists, if you like. I think realizing somebody's idea into kind of real life, that's quite exciting. Kind of seeing things out there that might have come from leads is pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, slightly biased. We've got an excellent workforce. I think we work brilliantly together as a team. Like I said before, there's kind of opportunities for all of us to kind of grow as we wish. And yeah, every day is a different day. Every day is a school day, as they say. And yeah, we're always learning. It's always keeping it interesting. So I think that for me is probably, yeah, highlight of my experience.
I think my answer echoes Charlotte's a little bit, and I think my favourite part is just getting kind of satisfaction from the customer. There's nothing better than doing a project with a customer and at the end of it they're really satisfied and really happy with it. And the thing is, a lot of our clients are either own brand, startups, or they've got some investment in that brand and they're really passionate about it, and we share the passion with them. And I think hopefully we show that to them, and our team shows that to them. But because it's so passionate, it's so important to them that it works and that it just is successful. And I think if you can help someone with that passion on the way, and you can bring their kind of, if you like, dream to realization, and they see it on the shop and you see it on LinkedIn, and you think, fantastic, we've helped that process take place. And for me, that's just really, really satisfying, just kind of to see that and to help with that. And yeah, I would say, like Charlotte said, the workforce we've got is fantastic. The team we've got, our supply chain, our suppliers, our customers, everyone that's involved in it, for me, is fantastic. So I suppose, yeah, just the industry itself is really fun to be in. There's some brilliant people involved in it, some great characters. We get to go to nice places and travel and to network with them all, and it's fantastic. So yeah, it's a really exciting industry to be in. I'm pushing the major sales pitch here for packaging and labels for all the young people who see this interview.
Yes, I'll be sure to grab some quotes. I'm doing a panel for on workforce development actually next week, so this will probably be up after, but to those watching after, you can view the recording on labelacademy.com. Shameless plug for that little event. But I always get so excited when I see even just products that I wrote about when I go to the shops. So I can't even imagine how fulfilling it would be to see a project that you had a part in. Like, no matter how small that part is, that would be so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you both for your time today. It has been wonderful to chat with you guys. If people have questions, what's a good way to get in touch with you guys?
They can find us on LinkedIn. We've got all our contact details on there. Our website is again very informative. All the information, contact details are on there, and I'm sure they'll reach out and find us if they need us to kind of chat, ask questions, or anything else.
Cool. Well, then, thank you both for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're filming on a Friday. It's a beautiful day.
You too. Have a wonderful.
It is indeed. Thanks, Jordan.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and make sure to click the subscribe button at the top of the screen. You can see more videos from this playlist by clicking the video on the right, or click the video on the left to see all of our other videos.